pounds, but he does it okay. He's got a very slim, slender frame, but do not let that fool you, because he can punch and he can take a shot too. And this is the third time in a row that we've seen him live in front of the Sky cameras, and the reason is that he's exciting to watch. He brings a crowd. Got that win against John Harding Jr. in Liverpool last August, then took the fight with Felix Cash here at the start of November. And it was a very, very good fight to watch. Cash had just that little bit too much quality for him and stopped him late on. Reynoso, 31 years old, boxing WSB for Argentina Condors. I remember seeing him in that competition, and that's good pedigree. His most notable fight was against Michael Zarafa, who we saw against Kell Brook, of course, and Zarafa stopped him in the 6th round. That was at super welterweight. So he's been around a bit, Reynoso. But Cullen's interesting, isn't he, Matt? Because he is great to watch and he brings a crowd, and those are two things that will endear you to any promoter. But if he's going to lift himself above English level, which he's already achieved, then strangely, he's probably going to have to become slightly less good to watch.
Yeah, he's going to have to learn to box more, be a bit more disciplined. He's very tall for the weight, but he doesn't box that tall. He doesn't use his physical attributes. He's too often gets dragged into a fight. He likes to stand at mid-distance and up close even, and stand there and trade body shots and uppercuts, which is, you know, exciting and great for the fans, but not always so great if you're his corner man.
Good jab there from Reynoso, just landed. Cullen has looked to keep this at distance a little bit more so far. A colleague of mine described him to me before I'd actually seen him fight as being 6'3", but boxes like he's 5'6", and that's a fairly apt description. But signs here early on that he is looking to get on that jab more and use those natural advantages.
Yeah, I think he'll have looked at his loss, particularly, you know, against Felix Cash, and he'll realise, you know, if you're going to stand there and go to war with guys that are more suited to that sort of fight. Oh, good. That's a good double left hook from him there.
Nice left uppercut, and that's really rocked Reynoso, I think, there. Who for a second looked slightly unsteady. Cullen decided not to step on him, and he's got a better view than us, so presumably he's shaking it off now. But just for a few seconds there, he looked like he might be in a bit of trouble. I
mean, it's a balance. If you're training Jack Cullen and managing him, it's a balance that you're trying to strike. You don't want to take away from him what makes him who he is, that aggression, that fire. But you do want him, you know, he's 6'3". You want him to use that jab a bit more, you know, a little bit more educated, not just to stand in the middle of the ring and go to war straight away. You want him to pick and choose when he goes to war a bit more.
There's a nice left hand to the pit of the stomach there from Cullen. A big right hand over the top from Reynoso, almost got through before that. And this is warming up nicely. It's scheduled for 8. Cullen looking to stab to the body with a jab, then drops his right hand and catches a left.
Yeah.
Final few seconds of round 1, and Reynoso looking to get stuck in here at the end of the round and landing a good few shots.
Boxing.
Back onto it again.
Just a little bit of marking around the left eye. Due to the coloration of it, I wonder whether that's something that is a remnant of sparring, but he did get caught a few times at the end of the round there.
Yeah, I thought he boxed quite well in the first round. I thought his jab was good. He kept it a long distance. He was busy with the jab. But then right at the end of the round, got caught with an overhand right. Got buzzed a little bit from Reynoso and got caught with a lot of shots there towards the bell. But again, comes out here and has a good left hook.
That left hook from close up really landed there, and Reynoso again just gave a little bit of ground. When he jabs to the body, he doesn't bring that left hand back up, and a couple of times when he's done it, that's when he's been caught by right hand from Reynoso. If he's going to throw that jab, any jab, he's got to come back quick.
Yeah, offensively he's good, but he's defensively getting caught here with counters from Reynoso. Those right hands over the top there, another one landed, and also some of those long left hooks that Reynoso throws is catching Cullen on the way out.
Doubling up on the jab, the second one just about reached the target there for Cullen. Minute gone in the second round. Reynoso just on the borderline of range. He's just biding his time a bit here.
I mean, he's got his gloves up nice and high here, Cullen, and he's trying to pull in and out of range with his feet, but there's absolutely zero upper body movement, very static up top.
This is the first time that he's faced a South American opponent, so it might be a different kind of a style for him. There's that jab again there. Just falling short with it that time. Reynoso, as I say, just staying on the borderline of range, just out of range, making Cullen close that gap and come to him.
Yeah, he's got to watch out for those counters from Reynoso. He's looking to work up the jab of Cullen. He's trying to time that jab, and he's trying to loop the right hand over the top or slip inside and come back with the left hook.
So when he gets that little bit closer, mid-range, three-quarter range, that's when Cullen is dangerous, because he lets those hooks go. Right hand to the side of the head, high on the head there from Reynoso.
Yeah, but again, I say Reynoso's just trying to time that jab of Cullen. He's looking to counter over the top or slip inside the jab and land his own left hook.
Lovely right hand there from Cullen. He stepped in and he found that three-quarter range perfectly. Reynoso just coming forward, and John Latham isn't going to let him continue here, and he's right not to do so, because he wasn't steady on his feet. If anything, he got back up a bit too quickly there. If he'd taken a knee, given himself a bit of time, he could maybe have got through that, but he jumped back to his feet, stumbled, Matt. And when a referee sees that, then, well, he does not like to see that, and your chances of surviving the 8 count are significantly less. But that was a great right hand there from Cullen. Reynoso was just coming forward, just coming onto it, found the perfect distance, and it was a heavy shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot, really well-timed 1-2. It was the right hand. You see what Reynoso was doing, he was looking to slip by the side. He was trying to work off the jab of, there's the referee, you know, he stopped the fight. I think he was right to do so. I think maybe Reynoso could have gone on, but the body language, the mannerism wasn't sending out the right message. He was looked very unsteady on his legs when he did try to walk forward. But I mean, it was the right hand down the middle. You could see Reynoso was looking to slip outside the jab and loop the right hand over the top, or was slipping inside and landing the left hook. And he was slipping inside, and Cullen just timed him slipping inside and lands that right hand, walked him onto it. Reynoso, who was slipping inside to cock the left hand so he could throw the left hook, didn't see the right hand, just slipped right onto it, got nailed hard, went down heavy. As he gets up here, he falls over his feet, balance isn't there, and the referee is going to look at him here now, and he walks forward again, still looks unsteady there, and I can see why the referee called it off. Maybe he could have let it continue. I can see why Reynoso was a bit upset, but at the same time, you know, he needs to show the referee that he's fit to continue, and I'm not sure he really did that. But again, you see it from that angle. He's slipping inside. He's looking to come back with his left hook, and as he slips inside, he slips onto the short right hand of Jack Cullen, and you know, he punches hard. It was a good shot, well timed. As he stands up, he falls over his feet. His balance isn't there, and the body language wasn't good, and I understand why the referee stopped it.
Referee John Latham calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 31 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by RSC, Jack Little Lever's Meat Cleaver Cullen.
Well, Little Lever's Meat Cleaver has done the business again, and this is why he's on TV cards. This is why he's on First Up, because he delivers excitement, he delivers action, and speaking of which, there is plenty of
Ghana, and proudly tonight celebrating his country's 63rd Independence Day celebration. Here is the former Ghanaian and WBO Africa Super Welterweight champion, the humble lion, Theophilus Tete. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands with his head trainer, Shane McGuigan. He wears the red trunks with the gold trim. He scaled 11 stone, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. His professional record, 11 victories, 1 defeat. He has 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Liverpool, England, the former Team GB Olympian and reigning and defending WBA International Super Welterweight Champion, Anthony the Machine Fowler.
Okay, lads, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times, touch gloves.
Seconds out.
10 rounds of super welterweight between Anthony Fowler in the red and Theophilus Tete in the black and gold. Fowler had been scheduled to defend his WBA international title against Jack Flatley, but Flatley had to pull out during fight week with an injury, so best wishes to him for a speedy recovery. So a late change of opponent. That WBA international title disappeared from the contest. And Fowler looking to unload to the body with the left hand there, and Tete looks shaky early on here. We saw him against John Ryder back in 2015. He was stopped by Ryder in the mid-rounds at that point, and he looks very, very unsteady on his legs early on here, despite the fact that he hasn't really taken anything. Since then, he's had 3 fights back in Ghana. He's won them all, so he's been inactive, and
I think he's struggling to grip the canvas with his boots. He seems to be sliding and slipping here. Looks a little bizarre. Yeah, I don't think he's been hurt with a shot and that his legs are gone. I think he's actually struggling to grip the canvas with his boots. Yeah, he's slipping and sliding here.
well, this is a real problem for him. They'll have to try and do something between rounds, because at the minute he cannot set himself. He's got no balance whatsoever. It's like he's skating around in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's like he's skating on an ice rink, and he'll not be able to generate any
Down he
power.
goes, and that left hand did catch him as he just did forward, but again, it's the boots that really were the issue there. It was a nice crisp shot there from Fowler, but as he came forward and it connected, there was really nothing that Tete could do. And look at him there, his feet are almost going from underneath him. He needs to try and get through to the end of the round here.
But even then, I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do in the minute in between. If they can get the boots off and maybe get a pair of trainers on or something, maybe they can send one of his team back to the changing rooms to get a pair of trainers or something, because those boots, you know, he's just slipping. He cannot grip the canvas. He will not be able to generate any power at all in his own punches, and of course he's unsteady when he's being backed up as well.
Well, the only thing they can do to the existing boots really is to scour the bottom of them and rough them up, and down he goes again there. And he takes a knee this time, and maybe he is just a little bit hurt from that, although I think he might have collided with a photographer.
The soles are actually, there's already tape on the soles. I've just noticed when he went down, there was already tape on the soles of the boots, but even at that, he's still slipping and sliding everywhere like he's on ice.
Well, it's bizarre stuff to watch. Fowler has just got to try and stay disciplined. Catches him with a right hand there, and down he goes again. And this is getting comical, to be honest. It's a bit of a farce, to be absolutely blunt. He's been down 3 times in a round now. Not really hurt. Bob Williams wipes off the gloves, and down he goes again there. No knockdown that time. That was purely a loss of balance. The right hand didn't connect, but the round is finished, and he's sent back to his stool, and the referee has waved his arms, and the fight is over. He has decided. The bell didn't ring, and Bob Williams, with 2 or 3 seconds left in the round, has decided that enough was enough. He'd been down numerous times, so you can understand why he did that. As a spectacle, it was farcical, as I said. It really was. No blame can be attached to Fowler, obviously. But the boots are just not fit for purpose.
No, there's no blame on Fowler whatsoever, and actually Tete wasn't hurt by those shots. He wasn't being beaten up. Yeah, there were knockdowns, and rightly so, because there were shots and punches that's caused the knockdowns, but it was completely because of the no grip on the boots of Tete, which is pretty bizarre. It looks like he's, you know, on an ice rink there, and he's skating around as he had no grip whatsoever, couldn't generate any power into his own punches, and was unable to, you know, absorb the shots because the force of the punches was forcing him off balance, slipping, and he was hitting the canvas, and the referee had no other choice but to score a knockdown.
Are they even his boots? I'm beginning to wonder. Because if they are, how could you possibly go into the ring wearing them? And just looking at his feet, just slipping and sliding all over the place. And when he went down again at the end of the round and the punch didn't connect, I think Bob Williams decided that we can't keep doing this. This is ridiculous. And so he just waved the fight off.
Yeah, well, he'd been down that many times. He wasn't able to stand still long enough to get up. I mean, that was a jab that caused a knockdown. And, you know, I don't think it was the power of the punch that caused the knockdown, albeit, you know, he was square and he had no balance and no grip on his shoes. Again, you can see him literally slipping and sliding there like he's got brand new shoes, dancing shoes on a crisp marble floor. He's like literally sliding all over the place.
And that right hand, I don't think really even landed. And Bob Williams anyway thought, well, that's the 4th time you've been down now, and let's all...
Professional record, 13 victories, 7 defeats, 2 draws. He's got 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the capital city of Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, introducing the terrible teller, Abdallah Dulamawe Luanja. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands with his head trainer, Arliano Sosa. He wears the black with the red stripe. He scaled 10 stone, 6 pounds at 9 ounces. His professional record thus far perfect, 6 fights, 6 victories, 4 of them coming by way of knockout. He is the 2-time New York Golden Glove champion and the 2018 National Golden Glove champion, fighting out of Staten Island, New York, USA. Introducing Rashad, the Albanian Bear, Madi.
Okay, boys, if we're called break, take 1 step back. Don't throw any punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Reshad Mati is a fighter we've seen plenty of on Matchroom USA shows. He had a flurry of activity when he turned pro in autumn 2018, and then he was out for 9 months between January and October last year. Then he's been in regular action since then. So he's not boxed that much as a professional, but he's been fighting for a really long time. Claims to have been in combat sports since he was 3 years old. Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA, very much in the family. And he's good to watch. He's aggressive, as you can see there, with that lead left hook, and with 4 stoppages in 6 fights, and at just 21 years of age, he's beginning to attract a bit of attention.
Yeah, it looks exciting already. Lands a nice hard right hand there and digging in those body shots.
Left hand to the body there again, caught him in the chest, but it just set Luanja off balance, who's trying to keep that head on the move, keep that upper body moving. This is his first fight in the UK. A couple of wins in 2019, but not against any real opposition, so this is a big step up for him, and he's just throwing these big winging shots at a minute in an effort to try and keep Mati off him, but just a minute into the round and he will already have got the sense that this is going to be a hard night.
Yeah, a good stiff hard jab again there from Mati. He's exciting, he's looking to go head and body, picking his shots as well, not wasting much. Again, nice hard right hand, left uppercut down the middle, takes that little step out of things and just goes for a little walk here. Again, nice, it's a nice potent jab that he shoots it from the hip, nice and loose with it, but when he does let it go, he plants that feet and digs it in, really stamps it in.
Slow looking right hand there from Luanja, and Mati look to try and counter it. He really sets himself when he throws that left to the body in particular. Right hand comes back there from Luanja, but once again falls short. He's got through the second minute of this opening round, but just dipping to his right, the heavy right hand there just made him look slightly unsteady on his legs.
Yeah, that was a hard right hand and a nice left hook to the body. Again, a good left hook to the body. Those seem to be the 2 shots for him, the straight right hand to the head and the left hook to the body, both working really well for Mati.
Matti just indicating that he was maybe caught round the back of the head, just over 30 seconds remaining in the round. He's in good shape, Luanja. He obviously works hard in the gym and he's gritting it out here, heading towards the end of the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't have great balance though, Luanja, and he looks a bit, his shape isn't the best. He falls off balance and he's, you know, slipping onto the right hand there. I think Matti, you know, going to drill him with more hard right hands again, landing another one just then. Again, he keeps trying to slip to his left, Luanja, but he's slipping onto the right hand of Matti.
This game should be in another round.
That's Aureliano Sosa in the corner there with Matti, and that's interesting, Matt, because what he was saying whilst you were all away was, what are you messing around for? I won this guy out of there in 2 rounds, and I thought he was pretty aggressive and on the front foot in that first round.
Yeah, I think he was, but I think he also thinks, you know what, you could have put the foot to the floor a little bit more. You could have get this guy out of there. He's not on your level. He's missing wildly. He's very much a plodder, so he won't be not difficult for Matti to time him with those right hands. So I think he just wants him to, you know, put his foot to the floor here, go through the gears and get this guy out of there. Hard right hand. That was a nice right hand from Matti.
One thing you have to take into account with this kind of fight is that this is what's known as a float fight, a swing fight it's sometimes called, and that means that you get gloved up early because you don't know when you'll be on. You're waiting for a gap in the schedule, some early stoppages like we've had here, and all of a sudden you get the knock on the door, and I'll tell you, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you've got to be ready to go, so you might not be totally loose, but it's something that pretty much everyone has had to do at some point.
Yeah, and it can work out well for you. You know, this is a fight now that Matti, he's live on Sky Sports. It's great exposure for him. So in this instance, it's worked out well for him. Nice 1-2 there from Matti. Good body shots too. They were hard body shots going in.
Luanja's one of those fighters, because of his kind of loose, awkward, jerky style. Sometimes he gets hit and he looks like he's hurt. Left hand there did catch him, but again, he's taken it okay. It's difficult to tell when he is and he isn't, basically.
Yeah, I know exactly. His shape isn't the best, his balance isn't great, but these are hard shots going in from Matti, particularly those left hooks to the body, and the right hands to the head are hard too. Yeah, his balance isn't great, Luanja. He can be a bit all over the place, so sometimes he looks more hurt than he actually is. But I think these right hands from Matti are having an effect.
That was a good delivered right hand as well. Then the left to the body. I think that one was okay. Steve Gray just telling him to keep the punches up. He was short with the right hand there, Luanja, and fell in, and he was in trouble. But Matti just wasn't quite able to capitalise.
Yeah, I mean, these are good, hard, crisp shots from Matti. The right hand to the head, the left hook to the body in particular. A good body shot. Again, the left hook to the body and the straight right hands. They're the two key punches that Matti is landing here. I like the way he's, you know, not bouncing all over the place as well. You know, he's happy to stand there. That's a good body shot.
Well, that hurt him, and down he goes. And Matti just aiming another one as he went down, but he didn't quite connect with it. And I don't think he quite touched down. In any case, he looks to the corner and he gets up on 8. And Steve Gray has decided to wade this one over, and there aren't really any complaints there from Luanja. And I was just about to say that I gave credit to Luanja for getting up there, because plenty of people would have just stayed down. He's taken a decent amount of stick there and earned his purse, I would say, but then the referee's decided that we don't need to see any more.
Yeah, he was only getting up to take more punishment because Matti was going to put the foot to the floor. He was going to go through the gears and he was going to try and force the knockout. So Luanja was getting up to a lot of pain had the ref waved that on.
Well, Matti picked his punches well, particularly that left hand to the body. It was no surprise that that was the one that caused him to go down, and you could see the pain written all over his face. He was just a few feet away from us, but he wrestled himself up off the canvas on the count of 8. But the referee was closer than anyone, had a good look in his eyes. maybe read a little bit of body language and knew that even though he was saying he did want to continue, that actually probably really he didn't.
Yeah, he'd already taken a lot of height. I mean, that was a really good body shot. He just got the right distance on it, got behind the elbow. He was looking to throw a punch himself. Tete he was looking to throw that left uppercut. As he got hit with the shot, he went for his breath, realized it wasn't there. The wind had been knocked out of him. He took a knee. You can see he's in pain there. And the referee made a sensible decision. He was only going to get more and more beaten up. He'd been hurt from that knockdown. And I think that was a good stoppage from the referee.